Well, hello all. Trying to schedule this for a little bit later today, but sometimes the live happens when the live happens, and so we're going live. This is Kilroy and Son, the day after Black Friday, 2 days after Thanksgiving. Hope you all had a good Thanksgiving Day holiday. And we just got back in town after visiting family outside of town. And so thought we'd kind of go over our Black Friday haul live. It's mostly magic. Went to, what did we go to? About six different stores. And this is what we ended up with six or seven. How about that? Um, So I'll start off. Well, we might unbox a little bit of the commander decks that we picked up, but just talking about picked up this legendary Big Trouble in Little China. Legendary's great system. Got this at a pretty good deal, so all these will probably go in Kilroy's bargains on that playlist. But if you like the movie and you like Legendary, then please pick this up. This is a pretty good deal, and it's pretty old though. I think this came out in like 2016. This game and the movie itself is from the 80s. So there you have it. So we have got that. This is some of the stuff my son picked up. He's probably we're gonna draft Avatar.
Yeah, I want to be drafting it out sometime later.
Yeah, so he's got like two or three game stores at college that he goes that, and plus he was like high up an officer of his game club company on campus, game club on campus. So I ended up drafting that out. That was a pretty good deal, right? The the play boosters. He got some sleeves, got some all kinds of sleeves there, and then this was the big deals. These were really pretty good deals here. I really didn't get into these sets that much. Probably got into Burrow more than I got into Tarkir. Didn't get into Tarkir hardly at all, actually. But so we ended up getting some commander decks. This was a set of commander decks that really were pretty good deal. Normally these decks go for their value is probably anywhere from 45 to 60 for most of them, and paid much less for each one of those. Why don't you talk a little bit about? Let's talk about the BloomBurrow first. What are some of the good decks on BloomBurrow?
I think personally my favorite is the Gruul one with Bello as the commander.
Animated Army.
Yeah,
Yeah, Animated Army. And why don't you tell us a little bit about that? What is that one about?
turn all of your non-aura, non-equipment artifact and enchantments into 4/4s at the beginning of combat, or like I guess during your turn, and to get haste, indestructible, and draw you cards.
Wow. So, and that's just non-aura, so just your regular enchantments and regular artifacts, not creature artifacts, right? Or weapon artifacts. Yeah. Well, and then we've got this is the one I was looking for, Squirreled Away. I think we got another. Was it Toski? Probably got another reprinting of Toski. He was pretty valuable for a while, but then now they've started to reprint him on a regular basis now. So there we go. Let's see here. I just want to see what that looks like online. I just want to see what it looks like. So here we go. Family Matters. What's the Family Matters deck?
It's a good one. I'm pretty sure it gives all of your other creature spells offspring, which is a BloomBurrow unique mechanic of paying an additional cost to create another version of it, except it's a 1/1.
Okay. And then the last one is Peace Offering. What can you tell us about Peace Offering? It's got a rabbit commander.
That one's mostly just control, like band control. Bumble Flower was originally meant, I believe, as a gift commander because you let your opponents draw cards, but it
Yep.
more so turns out you draw more cards than your opponents off of it.
Yeah. So that was him. Let's go back to this is Family Matters. Let's take a look at that commander. That's the bird. Not showing up the best. And then we have Squirrelled Away. That commander is, no, this is Animated Army. The commander is Bello, the Bard. And then Squirreled Away is,
I forgot the name of the commander.
it's kind of hard to read that. I got to look at it offline here because I can't see with my eyes.
Hazel.
Hazel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite is probably Bello out of it. It's just the most entertaining.
So we'll open up one of these if anybody's online. So feel free to jump in and let us know which one you open up. I don't even know if we're live. Can you check, see if we're live? Because I can't see, Ben. I can't see. All right. So, all right, then we got Tarkir. So this is one I'm thinking about. We're going to divvy these up, and I'm going to build some decks off of it or part it out, and he's going to build some decks and probably part it out. But the first one here is Abzan Armor, Tarkir of DragonStorm. I didn't get into this. I only have a handful of cards from this. My son got into it a little bit more than I did. But what's Azban Armor about?
I believe that's like toughness matters.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Incorrect.
Yeah, this is the flip. Yeah, and I've built some decks, some standard based on this whole concept of having larger toughness and using the old catapult and stuff like that. So this is something I might keep and play around with this one. This is kind of gimmickry and kind of niche, but I think I'm probably gonna take that one and mess around with that one. Next one is Jeskai Striker. This is just a spell slinger, right?
Yeah. Honestly, it's less spell slinger, but it has the mechanic flurry, which is all about a second spell, but very spell slinger-esque.
And you've built this one already, right? You have.
Yes.
So,
I haven't really upgraded it too much, but yeah.
So do you need a second set, or am I going to be? Because I'm probably going to part that out. I'm not as big on spell slinging.
Help this guy. What is it called? Salvage it.
Yeah, I'll probably salvage it. I mean, I've got some spell slinger decks, but it's really I've got maybe 3. It's not my cup of tea. Next one is Sultai Horizon. What is that about?
Self-mill and bring back lands when you do so.
Okay, and that's another one that I am not.
Yeah, can you see the deck box really quick?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of self-mill. Milling is okay, but I don't get into that much. I got a couple of mill decks, but I really don't like self-mill.
Whenever any cards leave your graveyard.
Oh, it's all
make a 2/2.
It's all about graveyard manipulation then, right?
Yeah, it's heavily on self-mill.
So we got Mardu Surge. This is one I'm kind of interested in. What's this one about?
Just pure aggro. Pure straight aggro.
So what does his commanders do?
I believe it has the new mechanic that creates 1/1s when it attacks.
Here you can take a look at it.
I forgot what the name of the mechanic. Mobilize. It has mobilize, and it lets you draw a card whenever your creature tokens die while attacking, or if they just die after combat, your opponents lose 1 life for each one that dies.
Okay. Then we have the last one is the dragon one, right? Timur Roar.
That is just straight ramp. That is just.
When you mean that, what do you mean by that? What does this do best? Just
Like
get out
lands.
big creatures, get out land and play big ones.
Yeah.
And it's got green, and so green, blue, and red. That's an interesting color combination for ramp, isn't it?
It's Simic with extra steps.
Okay. All right. So out of these, which ones should we open up?
Oh no, maybe the one that you probably want to build most out of all of them.
Well, the ones I'm thinking about building are Squirrelled Away, Animated Army, and what's the other one here? Probably Azban Armor are the definite ones I'll probably build. because those fit into my kind of weird
Let's put up Scrolled Away. I don't think I've ever even seen the full
sensibilities. Okay, well, let's put these over here then. So we'll look at Squirreled Away. Alrighty, so we're going to take a look at Squirreled Away. And if any of you want to see something, put the comments. Of course, I'm not seeing comments right now because I don't have my phone. So, got here Squirreled Away.
We are streaming.
I know, but I like to know why. Okay. Get this open here. Always open from the bottom because stuff will fall out easier. Squirreled Away. Of course, we get the deck box in there.
There's also a promo pack.
Ooh, a promo pack. We'll take a look at that. What else we got in there? Is that just the deck box?
It might have print now, yeah, just deck box.
Just deck box and a promo. What else we got in here? We got some punch outs. And then the deck. Here's the rules for it all. Tell you a little bit about the deck.
This is all a pretty good deal.
So yeah, this was a really good deal. The Tarkir was probably better, but I think these decks are a little bit more value.
Yeah.
The BloomBurrow decks have a little bit more.
That's pretty good value.
Might have better street value on them. Let's get here.
Some of the best card from, I think, this one. If I remember correctly, I know Swarming Massacre is a good one.
Okay, here, I'll let you, I'll go in close. You can flip them over. Go ahead and flip them over.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and just flip them over and do I do like this. So here's the commander.
Yeah. That's the lieutenant. I believe each one of these comes with like a full art version.
Is that a reprint?
Walker.
Or is that new?
Yes. Garuk the Cursed Huntsman. Not the strongest, but it's not bad Golgari. Shivering Witch. I believe this is also a reprint. I'm not entirely sure actually for that one. I know this is not a reprint, but it's not a bad card. It has something to do, yeah, so you exile cards from your graveyard, you make food, and then whenever you want, you can destroy a bunch of food at once to make all your creatures massive. Moonstone Uologist, that I would probably just cut that. It's not the greatest in my opinion. Now this is the big card that I see a lot of people talking about. It is a one-sided board wipe that makes tokens as well. Hazel's Brewmaster is a pretty good one. I think this is CDH viable because it allows you to copy activated abilities while having some graveyard control. Ostrar is a reprint. Saw Half is a reprint, but has a lot of value in it. It used to be like a $15 card. It's gone down a little bit, but this definitely holds a lot of value in the set. Ogre Slumlord for some Rat Tribal. Decree of Pain is just a nasty board wipe. Gorman's Talent is, I believe it's a class. Yeah, I haven't seen classes in a long time, but almost every class from BloomBurrow has spiked significantly.
Did they bring classes back in BloomBurrow? Is that the first time back from one of the D&D ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they did Kaldheim a little bit, but Kaldheim did not have as many as they decided to push. Oh no, Kaldheim might have been just sagas. Yeah, Rootcast, Scurria Swirls, Enrace Forerunners. I mean, after you get through the bigger cards, It's mostly just little ones that they'll probably end up cutting. Toski is not one you'll cut.
No, I'll definitely build Toski. I'll put, what is it, World Slayer?
Do you want to do that in this deck?
Uh,
Beastmaster Ascension's actually a good one.
I don't know. I just like that combo. I've yet to have do a deck where I've been able to fit that combo in.
Shamanic Revelation. Chatterfang, which honestly could be run as the commander as well. It's very, very strong.
They basically redid all the squirrels in this BloomBurrow. They went heavy on
Casualty
animals.
of War, Windgrace's Judgment. Maskwood Nexus is actually a really good reprint. Its price has gone down a lot because it keeps getting reprinted in commander decks, but it's very strong still. Academy Manufacturer is another very strong card.
Oh yeah, that does food, doesn't it? Or is it just
does everything? If you make a clue, food, or treasure, you make all three instead. Then we just got the lands. The Swarm Yard is a pretty good one, and that's a reprint. And if I go through fast enough, oh yeah, we go back into a couple more. Gilded Goose, some Pioneer staple. Maelstrom Pulse, Chitter Spitter, Belladros is actually a really fun commander, even though it costs a lot. Sword of the Squeak, I do believe this is a new one. Creature gets plus
yeah,
one, plus
that's
one.
good for animals. So see what it does. It's pretty good for squirrels and
Yeah, their free equip's not too bad. Self-control. Bastion of Remembrance is a pretty good staple.
That's been reprinted in a lot of stuff as well.
Mostly we're just going through the uncommons now before we finish out this. But then there's just a lot of tap lands that you want to cut. Deadly Dispute and Zulaport Cutthroat are both really good though. Tireless Provisioner.
That's a staple in any kind of landfall deck.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have Tyler's Tracker in there though. You would think that they would put Tyler's Tracker in there.
Well, Provisioner's better, but yeah, it's true.
Do you get the honors of opening up the booster?
Yeah, hopefully we get... I actually don't know what you can get from these. Hopefully a good card here. Okay, the promo. Valley Rockcaller from the main set. That actually goes pretty well in this deck. And then Long River Lurker.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so should we try, let's do one from the other set. Let's do Abzan Armor. This actually would go in that deck, won't it?
Yeah.
The Valley Rock Collar.
It'll be tough to keep alive, but it definitely goes in the deck. Tarkir Sampler. Abzan Armor doesn't have as many hits, but because it's more of a gimmicky deck.
Yeah, but you know me, I'm all about the gimmicks.
Here, I'll let you open that while I open the promo pack first.
We got the deck box.
Hopefully you get an Ugin out of this. That'd be very nice. Okay, first promo card. Lacid Prowler. And then Runescale Stormbrood. I forgot what Lacid Prowler does. Oh, this goes into Sultai one.
Goes in the Sultai deck?
Yeah.
Get these here. Get them centered up. There you go.
I'll go straight through the hits. Now, I believe the main commander is Felithar. Each creature you control assigns combat damage with its toughness rather than power. Creatures can attack it even though they have defender. Standard wall commander deck. Though its activated ability lets you pop a card and then draw cards equal to that creature's toughness and then discard equal to its power. So realistically, you're just paying 3 mana, tapping it to just draw whatever it is you're popping a wall. The lieutenant ended up getting more popular than the commander, though, in this deck, because he is a 3/5 flying lifelink. You get to put +1/+1 counters on up to one target creature you control equal to the number of life you gained, and then reanimated creature equal to or less than the value of the amount of life you lost this turn. So it's more of a aristocrat deck where you want to drain and then gain to do some pretty big things. Protector of the Wastes, Reunion of the House. Jaws of Defeat is the win con for just about every Toughness Matters commander deck now. The new Walls of Bossing Say would deal 30 damage to an opponent the moment you play it with Jaws of Defeat. The new Will is pretty good. Cannon Peak Gargantuan is a very popular one. That is, I forget what it's like, but it's kind of like just a slightly worse Ouroboros. Tree of Redemption. I think the Tree of Perdition might also be in here. I'm not sure. Yeah, this card actually was pretty expensive back in the day because it just was never reprinted, but now it is. Rock's Faithbender is a good one. The only issue I have with how this deck is created is that it has a mix of either life gain, life loss, and Toughness Matters, whereas if you just stick with one of them, you would do a lot more. Seaborn Muse is a really good reprint.
That's one of the more expensive cards in that deck.
Dragonlord Dramoka is very good. Faber Elder is really good. There's just a lot of good cards in these. Staff of Completion's pretty good. That's actually not that bad either. I didn't know they reprinted that in the set. We just got some of these lands. Make sure to always cut your temples.
Yeah. I've been doing that. You got me on that no temple kick.
More tap lands you run, probably the worst. Basics do the job just as well. I don't know if there's any more hits left inside the deck, but I'll check really quick. Probably one of the biggest reprints is Seaborn Muse.
Yeah, that I think that's the most expensive card in the deck for resale value.
That card wins games by itself all the time. It is pretty crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do.
Yeah, if you want to build Abzan, stay away from the gimmicks, though.
Let's do Animated Army. Yep.
You pop open the deck, I'll open the promo pack.
Okay.
I think there's a chance you can get a pretty good hit out of the promo pack.
What did they have in the promo packs?
Any rare or mythic from the set. Crowclaw's Heist. That is actually another card for the Squirrels, if you care about that.
Really?
Yeah, it's a control card. You get it's a 2-mana Thoughtseize, but if you gift them a card back, you get to play that card for free.
Oh, cool. Let me look at it here. There's a cool card. I usually don't do a lot of gift stuff.
Well, it's a newer mechanic, but I want to be against it if they decide to bring it back.
How does gift a card work?
You just give them the card before the spell resolves.
You give them a card out of your deck?
No.
You give them what?
Gift a card would mean that they draw a card from their deck.
Oh, draw a card. Okay.
Gift a Fish gives them a 1/1 tapped fish, and the biggest gift I've seen is gifting an opponent an extra turn.
Yeah, I've seen the gift of fish, and there's just tokens for that, right?
Yeah. Bello is the commander of this one. I don't think he has a lieutenant unless you want to play Wilds here. But it's sort of just a beatdown with cards that usually don't beat down because you give indestructible as well. Wilds here. It's pretty neat. I can't lie. There's Domri. Tali is just big boy. This card is not too bad, honestly, because it just gives you more mana. Pyre Swipe Hawk is okay. Alchemist Talent was sort of the chase card from this deck for a little bit when treasure tokens were more popular. You got Berserker's Onslaught, Outpost Siege, Rain of Riches, Chaos Warp, Sunbirds, Starstorm, Gratuitous Violence is an old one, or Storm Surge, old one but a good one. And I guess a quick recap is that most of these enchantments that used to just sort of sit there after you would play them now have a lot more value when you draw cards when you hit people, and they're 4/4s indestructible. Lotus Club is a good reprint. Maybe the wrong deck though. Bright Cat Badger is also a good one. Thickest in the Thicket. Galta, that's a fun one. Asica's Chariot, Unnatural Growth.
So this is about bringing out big.
Very
This is
good.
the ramp one, right?
Not really.
But Galta is a big, bring out big creatures, right?
Rathama's a fun one. Well, it turns these cards that don't really do anything, right? They just have a static effect. Once they're on the battlefield, into 4/4s that will gain you value.
Oh, I got you.
Because as long as you swing them into someone who doesn't have blockers, or you swing into them while you can buff them, right? A natural growth, stuff like that. You're going to force trades. You're going to force you drawing cards and dealing a bunch of damage. It turns probably the most powerful card type in the game into an actual creature you can use. And only during your turn, so most board wipes don't hit it. Thundershoot Dryad's good. Gorglaw, Path of Discovery, Decimate. Rolling Hamsphere has actually been a pretty popular one from the set. Just for like artifact aggro decks. I love cards that just play themselves out and they work. Arcane Signet. Rampant Growth, Beast Within. Bunch of these just super heavy ramp artifacts. And not the greatest cards, but work in this format. Reliquary Tower. I think that's everything.
Alrighty. Let's do one more, because I think I'm going to build this one.
Okay. Out the deck, I'll open the promo. So far the promos actually have been playable. The green one is the only one that didn't really jump out to me too much. It comes with a United Battlefront. This is a card that doesn't really go into any of the commander decks, but it is a very popular standard staple right now. So
what does it do?
Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You choose up to 2 non-creature cards, mana value 3 or less, and then play them for free.
Okay.
So, like, Artifacts likes it. Mono White Tokens does in Standard right now, because you get to play a Caretaker's Talent for free.
Do you have a deck that needs that?
Not really. I mean, if I want to build a Standard deck, I would put it in Mono White Tokens. Zergo. Stormrender. This is the commander. This is the lieutenant of this one. So you have Zergo with the new mobilize mechanic. Draws you cards if your tokens die in combat. Otherwise, you lose a life for each of them when those tokens do die. Narrative is just a big dragon, flying death touch 4/4. When it enters, make 2 goblins, and then it lets you sort of pseudo like impulse draw whenever you attack. Lets you draw impulse draw off of your weenies. Not sure what the big reprints are on this one. Will the Mardu is a good one. Within range, it was a new card. It's not too bad. Goldless Triad has been a pretty popular one from this set. Infantry Shield is pretty popular. Adeline's a good reprint. I don't know if I've seen Angel of Invention. So I didn't know if it was a mythic. Divine Visitation's a pretty good one. Grand Crescendo. Old one, but a good one from Capenna, I believe. Legion Loyalty. Sun Titan. Very, very popular. Chittering Witch. It's also another. It's in one of the BloomBurrow decks. You got Gix, Yawgmoth Praetor. Mindblind Render. Ophiomancer's a good one. For the reds, you got a lot of just goblins that make tokens. Pretty typical. Gaia, Geist Hunter. Blade of Selves is a good reprint. You got Solemn Simulacrum, just a staple. I know there's a couple artifacts here that might be pretty good. Yeah, Lightning Greaves is a really good popular one. Skull Clamp is another popular one.
Skull Clamp is good for token decks, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's weenies.
Those are the reprints that you really want to see because you don't have to buy them at a store instead. This is the removal. Bastion Remembrance, typical token stuff. Good removal, good sack. This is a good chunk of removal. It's also got just a couple of these cards that like reward you about making tokens. So this will make a 1/1 spirit for each token that you did create this turn. So it just rewards you for that. I don't know if the lands have anything crazy, but yeah.
All right. So the rest are all yours. Question is, what do we do with this? Because I'm probably not going to part it out.
Yeah. I'll open the promo pack really quick.
So let's see what you get.
The deck is not too bad. It's kind of slow. It's my only complaint.
I'm just not good at spellcasters. I don't play them well. I don't. The 2 or 3 I have, 2 of them I think are built okay. I mean, they're, they probably hold their own if they knew, if they had somebody who knew what they were doing playing them, which is probably not me.
For Shiko Narsets, it's called Spellslinger, but it doesn't really deserve that title. It's more so. This is not too bad.
What is that?
This Loki goes into Shiko Narset or the Teamer deck. But you can pass a lot of the time in Shiko Narset. Just make sure you always cast your 2 spells a turn. Because if you want to cast something that targets something like a removal spell as your second spell with Shiko Narset, it will double that spell instead of just drawing you a card. So you get to play some removal. Other than that, I like to just play like a Ponder, Preordain, draw like 3 cards for 2 spells. The Lieutenant is probably more fun than Shiko Narset. That is actually prowess. Yeah, so she has Trample. She's a 1/1 though, but whenever she hits somebody, after your prowess are up a lot, right? Because she has Trample, you get to make that many 1/1 monks all with prowess. So you only have to hit someone once when she's like a 5/5 to then sort of steamroll from there, because then everything gets massive. I can go through this one pretty quick. Tempest Technique is a pretty good one. That's an enchantment with Storm. Got Transcendent Dragon. It's a kind of weird one. Transformation Flourish. That's a pretty good removal spell, because if you copy it, I don't believe you get to demonstrate it, but that means you get 3 copies of just removal on the stack. Will the Jeskai is pretty okay. Narset's Reversal is a classic. Mangara, Monastery Mentor. Archmage and Maraudus is a good one. Curse of the Swine, good removal. Lier, not too big a fan of it. Rite of Replication, Sublime Epiphany. Maniform Hellkite is actually a pretty cool one. Magma Opus, Prismari, Time Wipe. Veyran is the one I was sort of trying to dig for. This card is very good. Little underrated because its price went down on the reprint, but I mean, it's a good commander. It lets you just go crazy when you're casting spells.
Oh, gonna sneeze. Bless
Yeah.
you. Is that your allergies?
Yeah.
Which one has that gold dragon? The one that went from.
Mardu.
Oh, good. Oh, I might take it out. Does it really belong in that deck?
Yes.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, because you want to make creature tokens off of it. So, Myriad would create a copy that dies at the end of combat anyway. So, it either draws you a card if someone actually blocks and kills the Myriad version, or you drain each opponent for 1 life when that Myriad token would die. But yeah, mostly other than that, you just got Stormkill Artist and then just all these lands.
Alrighty. That was part of our big haul from Black Friday. So thanks for stopping by. Again, I'll do a separate unboxing of this bad boy. Again, if you like Legendary and like this movie, pretty good game. And again, I got this for a steal. So that was that's for me. And then I'm taking. I'll probably just part this out, but I'm probably going to build Mardu, Animated Army, Squirreled Away, and Abzan armor. So those are all going to be builds for me. My son will get the rest of these to do what he wants to do with. Early Christmas present. And then, of course, he got this to draft out back at school. So there you have it. That is it's our big haul. Not as big. It wasn't as great a Black Friday as in years past. You know, now with everything being online or being able to get stuff online relatively easily, especially electronics and stuff, it's just not that big a deal. So, but we found some good stores, and I left my my girl folk, the women folk, to the mall, and they hated it. Too crowded, people on people. So my son and I did the smart thing. We dropped them off at an entrance and then went to our stores to look at this stuff, and then came back and picked them up. So there you have it. That's what I have for you today. Thanks for stopping by. If you want to have any tips on any of these decks, I'm going to be building these decks right here in the near future. And I might come back. I haven't really done any of my follow-ups on how I built it. I might come back and do some of that, or do some shorts maybe, just kind of fly through the deck. But if you got any tips on any of these, let me know. Let me know what your haul is. Let me know what you got on Black Friday. Drop it in the comments down below, the regular comments. You have to put it in the live chat. But let me know what you got on your Black Friday haul. Love to hear from you. And as always, hey, thanks for spending some time with us. I know your time is valuable, and there's got a lot of choices for social media, so we always appreciate any time you spend with us. Take care.